Hey guys, welcome to another episode, and today we're going to be going over secret number 3 of the Dotcom Secrets book from Russell Brunson. We go over the value ladder. So secret number 3, I just said the value ladder. So let's get into this. So he says, I got a postcard in the mail offering a free teeth cleaning from a local dentist. I thought, sweet, we've got insurance. It's free cleaning. I'm in. So he goes to the dentist to get his free cleaning, right? When he gets to the dentist says, well, first he sits down and all he's saying, he sits, he opens his mouth and all that. So he says, are you a smoker? What? I responded, no, I've never smoked in my life. Why do you ask? Well, I noticed your teeth are turning a little yellow. I wasn't sure if you were a smoker or maybe you drink a lot of coffee, he said. No, I don't drink coffee and I don't smoke. My teeth look that yellow? So he asked the dentist. Yeah, they are. But don't worry. If you want, I can make some custom teeth whitening trays for you. Yes, please. I don't want yellow teeth, he responded. Your two bottom teeth are shifting pretty bad, the dentist says. And that usually happens to people who have braces. Have you had braces before? My teeth are shifting. Seriously? Russell Brunson asks. I can build you a retainer. Well, it'll help you keep your teeth in place. So Russell Brunson obviously says, yes, okay, I want a retainer. So basically the story is about how he goes to the dentist for a free white teeth cleaning, and he comes out of there paying over $2,000 for whitening kit and some retainers. So that's how he starts off the first couple of pages on this value ladder, and you're gonna understand why in just a second, okay? So in the next couple of pages, he talks about what he calls the value ladder mission statement. So every time he goes to a company, he asks them, what is your mission statement? What is the ultimate goal that you want to provide your customer? So if you have a business, or if you're a real estate agent or a broker, whatever the case is, offer a product or service, what is the ultimate goal that you want to take your customer? Where is the pinnacle? So everything between obtaining that customer to the pinnacle is what he calls the value ladder, is creating each step, bringing your customer each step up to that pinnacle where you want to take ultimately every customer that you have. So in this case, he draws out what the value ladder looked like for the dentist. So he says he got him in with white cleaning, and then he brings him up each step of the ladder, and ultimately what the dentist wants to do is offer you cosmetic surgery, because that's where he makes most of the money, right? So he goes on to say, let me see. So for example, what is your mission statement? So he gives an example of if he was a dentist, if he had a dentistry, his mission statement would be something like, we help families in our community increase their confidence through creating a beautiful smile that they are proud to share. And why do you want to have a mission statement? Is because the ultimate goal of that dentistry is to help families have a beautiful smile that they want to share. So everything in between is to get you up to that stage where you have a beautiful smile that you want to share. So when you create a mission statement, he goes on to say what the things that you want to identify is, who is the person you want to serve? What is the result that you can provide your dream customer? And what is your new opportunity that you want to offer them? And all this is going to help you create that value ladder. And it should be basically summarized in your value ladder mission statement, okay? So every offer can create each step of the value ladder will help you achieve your ultimate goal, your core goal, which, for example, for the dentist, it was bringing the customers up to cosmetic surgery, right? So then he goes and talks about what ClickFunnels, Russell Brunson's value ladder mission statement is. And his mission statement is simple. It says, we help visionary entrepreneurs to grow their companies through sales funnels. So ultimately, he's serving entrepreneurs and he wants to help them grow through sales funnels. So that is his ultimate goal, right? So we fulfill our value mission statement through books, online courses, live event, software, coaching, and mastermind groups. Each is a separate offer in the value ladder. They all help fulfill the same value ladder mission statement. So right now, if you own a Russell Brunson book or thinking about it, or like myself, I own a Russell Brunson book, currently I am in the first step, or this book takes me to the first step of his value ladder, right? He calls it, value ladder is AKA your business plan. So now that you have a big result, which is your core, the pinnacle where you want to take your customer, it's time to create an offer that will deliver on to your big promise. So you got your mission statement and you want to create your value ladder. You have the ultimate place where you want to bring your customers. So now you have to create everything in between, from the free or very low offer to bring them up to that mission statement, right? I'm sorry, to that ultimate goal. So he says here, if you're reading this book right now, then you're currently inside my value ladder, which is, I just said. The price to get this book was low, so your resistance to buy was very low. You read this book, you receive value, and you will naturally want more. You'll want to ascend my value ladder and see if there are other ways that I can provide you value. So this happens very naturally, right? We provide insane amounts of value at each step of the value ladder, so your clients naturally want to ascend and get more value and pay more. So that's what you want to do when you're starting to create your value ladder. You start low, you bring them up to the next step where you're creating, basically educating your customer and giving so much value that they want more. But they know that each step of the value ladder will cost more because you're making more money, but you're providing more value, okay? Your ladder is your actual business plan. It shows how you are going to acquire your customers, where you will make your money as a business owner, and the result you are going to help your dream customer achieve. If someone doesn't have an actual value ladder, they don't really have a business. They're just selling a product. So look at look at Tony Robbins, for example. His business model, his pinnacle, where he takes his customers to his pinnacle, is basically a mastermind, where his top customers pay him millions of dollars for his service. But look at everything that he has in between, to get to that mastermind. Not everybody can afford his mastermind, but just look at everything that he has to offer. He starts off with books, right? That's his entry level, low, not cheap as in price, books, but they provide value, right? Then he has home study courses that he offers. Then he can bring his customers up to the next step, which is a live event, and then finally bring them up to his mastermind. So those are all steps that, for example, Tony Robbins has created in his value ladder. So hopefully this gives you a better idea of how you can create your own value ladder. So what does your value ladder look like? At this point, you're probably trying to figure out how the value ladder applies to your business. So then he goes on into it, and he gives us another story. He gives us a story about a chiropractor, about his friend. After he runs ads and patients come in, they get adjusted, and in about 10 minutes, they pay him $50, and then the customer leaves, right? So after a discussion with his friend, he knew that his friend wanted to create something more, but he didn't know where to take his customer to. So when they looked at other ways that they could provide more value, he was helping his friend. He came out with a list, and they figured out that what he really wanted to take his customers ultimately was to a wellness program, for which he could charge up to $5,000. So that's where his chiropractor friend wanted to take his customers, where they currently were only paying him $50 to get a 10-minute adjustment, and then they would walk out the door. So he didn't have a value ladder. The chiropractor was basically selling a service, one service, right? So his value ladder looked like this, right? So here's the chiropractor, and he was doing adjustments, right? So he needs to fill in the blanks to see where he wanted to take the customer. So he helped them out, and then they basically came in, had an idea, because he talks about how your front end offer, basically the one that pulls in the customer, either the book or the freebie, whatever it is that it has to be something nice and basically sexy, something that pulls them in. It can't be boring. So they redid they basically not redid, they built his value ladder. And he says, if you have a boring front end offer, your business will always struggle. So Dr. Woolner worked on to make his offer more sexy. Instead of just giving people a free exam, he decided to create an offer where he gave away a free massage, some supplements, and a meditation CD. So when people booked their first, so people got all this when they booked their first appointment. So armed with his new offer, he went out and started advertising. So what was he advertising? He was advertising. What is it? A free massage, supplements, and a meditation CD. So that's a sexy offer. That sounds a whole lot better than a free exam. So within months, the new offer. Within months, he had filled out his clinic to capacity with new people coming into the front end, into his front end offer of the value ladder, and a percentage of those upgraded to the long-term care program that he created, his wellness package, and more. He was now getting more people in the front door, making more money from each client who came through the front door, and he was serving his dream customers. So he goes on to show, he basically created a value ladder for his chiropractor that looked like free information, a massage health, adjustments, and then the wellness program. And this is what the value ladder ended up looking like, right? So his adjustments was somewhere in the middle. So it doesn't mean if you have a product or a service right now, it doesn't mean that has to be the entry point. You can make that somewhere in the middle of your value ladder and then work on creating your entry point. So to conclude this secret, which is the value ladder, I'm basically going to read a big portion of this page because I think it's very interesting, everything he mentions in this page. So he says, oftentimes companies have a front-end product but nothing more to sell on the back end. For that, I love to look at what more can they sell in the back end. So he looks at what else they could bundle. Could they offer a coaching program? How about a live event? What other results or value could they actually give their customers when he's trying to help a customer create their own value ladder? Most businesses I look at have one or two pieces of the value ladder, but they rarely have the full value ladder. Once we add the missing pieces, the business can start to expand dramatically. There's no end to the level of the back-end services and experiences that you can add. If you keep providing more and more value, people will spend more and more money. So he gives us a really good story about this in the next paragraph. He says, I remember paying $25,000 to be part of a Bill Glazer, Dan Kennedy Titanium Mastermind program. So this is his own experience. At the time, my highest back-end offer was $5,000. Someone in the program asked me, so Russell, what do you sell next? What do you sell next to the people who actually paid you $5,000? So I told him, I don't have anything else to offer. And he responded, Russell, that's $5,000. That's a $5,000 buyer lead. You need to sell them something else. Interestingly, later that night, the group, yes, the same group that had already paid $25,000 to be in that room, was offered a chance to be in the movie Phenomenon with Dan Kennedy for an additional $30,000. And 9 out of the 18 people in the group bought the offer. That was when I realized that there really is no end to the value ladder. It's one of those reasons why we created our $1 million program. Imagine my shock and excitement the first time someone said yes. A percentage of every audience will always want to pay you a premium to go on to the next step in your value ladder. So the only limit to the value that you're offering is really your imagination. So I think this is really interesting. So a lot of times we think that that maybe we've created a product that's too expensive, and then we're afraid to ask for more money to bring the customer up to the next step in the value ladder. But it's really our maybe our own worldview, our limitations, but if we have customers, there's customers out there from all kinds of walks of life. You know, just because you think $10,000 is a lot of money, it might not be for somebody else. Somebody might be willing to pay $15,000-$20,000 for that same product, or willing to pay you more money to bring for you to bring them up to the next step in your value ladder. But you haven't created one because you're afraid to ask, right? So then he concludes the chapter kind of with a summary of what we'll be seeing in the next few chapters, in the next few secrets. And it's basically every step of the value ladder has its own funnel. So he has lead funnels, unboxing funnels, presentation funnels, and then phone funnels. So he gives us here a really cool chart showing how there's a funnel for every step of the value ladder. So for every offer that you have in your value ladder, there's a funnel that he's created, and then he's going to walk us through a few of those funnels in the next few chapters to see how they actually work. So I hope you guys like this episode. Secret number 3 of Russell Brunson's Dotcom secrets. Stay tuned for the next one next week. Take care. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with your friends. And if you guys want this book, there's a link down in the description. Make sure you guys go get it, and also get the Expert Secrets and Traffic Secrets, and get the whole bundle. All right, take care.